have another lip smacking nails November collaboration. The subject is Naughty November. Okay, and this is my model. She's my new friend. She doesn't have a name yet, but she has these beautiful, stunning claws. Just rawr. Okay, so we're going to start off here with the Born Pretty base coat. Slap a few coats on there, and then I'm going to start with this cherry red as an undertone on the finger, and I'm just going to zoom and snazz it out. This nail here is going to be a red bottom nail. Making sure I get all the coverage. These nails are really long, so it is kind of a little difficult to get it as smooth as I like it to be, but it is working out here. And then the pinky, which is also going to be a red bottom. All right, I'm going to slap that baby on. Make sure I got it fully covered on the side walls too. Because even though it is going to be covered with black, I still want it to be even. I don't know, it must be an OCD thing. I don't know, who knows, but not me, and I don't care. But all right, so we're gonna cure this, snap it under the lamp. All right, I'm gonna probably cut that out, but never mind, I'll just let it go. Okay, so yeah, next we're gonna go over with this Miss Missity pure black. And it's just going to get a nice cover right on top. Just slap it on. And slap it over here. Bring it down all the way to the very tip. Making sure I got it all over this red juiciness. Alright. And zoom, zoom, zoom. Alright, this is a little longer than I thought it was going to be. These nails, I'm telling you, are super long. And so there, here we go. Just a little bit too much product there. Oops, forgot to turn off my notifications. Give me 1 second and I'll do that now. Okay, now that I have that done, alright, I'm just going to slap these babies together. And then I'm going to go on with my Born Pretty chrome top coat. Why the chrome top coat, you ask? Because I found in my lovely box of goodies this beautiful black chrome, which I thought would be superb to put over this black to give it like that leather look, like the actual red bottoms. And just making sure I got a nice even coat. I really do love these Born Pretty products. And if you are interested in any Born Pretty products, I do have a 10% discount code. It is an affiliate code, so I do earn a small commission when you make a purchase using my code. I will pop it up at the top of the corner. Here's that black chrome I was telling you about. It's going to go right over top of that pink nail. And then just tap and rub all over this beautiful black claw right here. And just look at the difference. Like, oops, I'm dropping all kinds of chrome. But look at the difference. Like, I mean, come on. Tell me that doesn't make a huge difference. Like, don't get me wrong. I love the way a black looks sparkly and shiny, like fresh paint job, but this chrome does something else entirely. So we're gonna get that chrome applied. We're gonna do this to the, then we're gonna put this sexy nude tone right over this finger here, and that's gonna be the ring finger, and on the middle finger, as these are going to be my fleshy looking nails here. And just add a couple of coats real quick. Just slap that nudity on there. Making sure I got a nice even coverage. Then I'm going to go in with this Born Pretty transfer foil glue, and I'm going to throw it on the top of this nail right here and just slap it and smooth it out. And I'm going to also do that on the other nail so I can get the foil transfer glue down before I add any laciness. Once I got that on, make sure I got it nice and even, make sure I've got all the side walls, and I'm gonna pop that baby right in the lamp, and then I'm gonna put this beautiful lace foil here that I got, and then I'm just gonna put it in a little like diagonal form. And then I'm just gonna rub and rub some more to make sure I got a nice good transfer. I'm gonna use my silicone tool here and just rub it a little bit more, because if you think you haven't rubbed it well, then you need to keep on rubbing it and rubbing it and rubbing it. And then once I think I've got a nice enough stick to it, and I'm just gonna lift it a little bit, and then notice that I have a little bit left, and then just slowly peel it back, and boom. And whatever spot I miss, I'm just going to use those little corners of the transfer foil and just rub it and make sure that it gets the complete design. This is a lace, so it's not going to really matter if you're missing one tiny little spot, but I was just being a perfectionist. Alright, now it's time to add some stickers. I'm also going to add this naughty little devil lady right here, because I thought this looked really sexy and it just went with the whole vibe of the design. So you see me struggling with this sticker here, so I'm just trying to get it out. These ones are really stuck down really hard. Like, it was hard to get these out. Once I get it, I don't maybe not this one. Maybe I'll try a different one. Oh, I don't know. We're gonna see right now. If I can't get this, okay, yeah. No, that one was not happening. So I'm gonna use this black and white one here. See if I get any better luck with that. And I do. She's going right on top of that lace design right there. And there she is. So I think I zoomed in a little too much, so you can't really see. But when I was recording it, I saw everything just fine. I'm going to get this aspect ratio down sooner or later. But right now I'm just going over with a quick top coat to seal that sticker in, to seal that lace design in as well. Bring out the bling box. And we're going to add a few embellishments along the line and at the cuticle. I'm just going to go in with my McCart rhinestone glue, and right at that line of where I had ended the lace at the angle, I'm just going to add a little dab of McCart rhinestone glue, and then I'm going to go in with these black resin AB, or no, not AB, but these black resin stones. We're just going to make it look snazzy, because you know we love my bling. I love my bling. You love your bling? It's a bling thing. Alright, get those and put those on there. And then I'm going to add a little bit of music at this point, so that way you guys can just see how I'm designing this. And then I'll be back once I start that next nail. Okay, you see me here just trying to clean up the overflow of the glue. I did decide to go in with a red heart at the top because this is my little seductive nail right here. My theme is like seductress. So that's what these nails are. I guess that's what we're going to call them, the seductress design. I don't know. Whatever you want to call it, I guess. Alright, so yeah, I'm just gonna put these gems on here real fast. Well, not that fast. Maybe I should speed up a little bit, and that way we can get through this. But, excuse me. Just making sure that I got these all aligned. Like I said, I was gonna go across the whole entire cuticle with the black stones, and then I'm gonna do the little cluster in the corner with the red heart, and then I'll be adding some other colors. Again, I'm just gonna go in more with some foil. Oh, nope, psych, just kidding. I already got some. I forgot I already did that part. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in and then go in like an opposite angle, but I'm gonna do it in the middle of the nail rather than the very top and bottom. So this one's going in the middle. And then again, I'm just going to lay it on very gently and then just rub it vigorously. And then kind of scratch it with my nail to make sure that all of the foil image gets transferred onto the nail, since this nail had been sitting for a little while. And it also did get cured under the lamp a second time when I cured the other nail. So once again, like I said, I'm just gonna peel it up slowly, and then I notice I'm missing a little bit, and then slowly and slowly and slowly until I get every single little nook and cranny transferred onto the nail. And there it is. There she is. I think it looks so pretty. Because, I mean, you can't have sexy without some lace. Alright, so here we go. This is the fun part. This is my Medusa mold. So I'm first going in with this XEIJAYI Emerald Cateye. And I'm going to go and just lay down the hairline where all the snakes are, the vines over her breast, and the nest of snakes that is underneath on the base. I notice now with silicone molds, when you're doing it, you need to take your time when they are very intricate like this. And this one, let me tell you, had some super fine lines. I had to stretch it out to make sure the bubbles were out, because when you are doing silicone molds, this intricate of a design, you need a micro tipped liner brush. You need to make sure you line the entire mold first. You can't just put the polish in there, because it will leave an air bubble. And the tiniest air bubble, let me tell you, is very noticeable once you pull it out of the mold. It could be like microscopic tip, and you will be able to see it. So here I am just trying to make sure that I got all of the area that I need covered with this green cat eye. This was a very long and tedious process. Right about here, I'm going to go ahead and speed it up, because this, like I said, was a very long process. It was so much fun though, so I'm not even complaining. Now that I've got that done, we're just gonna activate the cat eye here. Make it all a little extra shiny all the way around. Bring out that zhuzh. Then we're gonna go in with the Nail Couture. This is a gel polish. I forget the tone, but it's like a really light gray tone. And I'm just going to clean off my palette, and I'm going to put a little dab right there. And for this, I'm not going to use a whole lot of. I'm only going to use this for the face and the body. So that is all going to get covered, and then I'm going to go in and fill it in with a white 3D mold gel. Now that that's done, we've got it cured, and pop it out, and there she is. Now I'm just going to go in here and I'm going to fill in these little holes with the spots that I missed. And like I said, any little brush stroke or anything can create an air bubble, and that air bubble will show and be very prominent. So here you see me just trying to fill in those little holes. Once it's there, it's done. It is really easy to fix it. There she is. And now she's going to go onto this nail here using the McCart rhinestone glue. And then the thing with the 3D molds is that they're very flexible, so it's very easy to push it down onto a curved nail. We're going to flash cure her in place. And then once I feel like she's nice and stuck and ain't going nowhere, I'll leave it there, clean up the palette again. And then I'm going to go in and add some details with the green cat eye. And I'm just going to go in the nest of snakes underneath her. And then just add like just randomly here and there. It's not even like any specific, but I don't want to cake it on there, because if I do that, it is going to just glob up and all of the design is just going to disappear. I also go in on the top of the snake heads, that's on the bundle of snakes that's on top of Medusa's head. I'll also go in around like on the bodies of the snakes, as in the curves and stuff like that, and then bring out the zhuzh, make it a little sparkly, give it some depth here and there, making sure everything's activated. Then I'll cure that. Now I'm going to go in with my chrome top coat from Born Pretty, and here I'm going to make like a thorn design on the nail, and I'm not going to do it in any specific way. There's just a bunch of curves with no rhyme or reason, but they are going to be rounded off, so I do want to make sure that they're nice geometrical designs so that it doesn't look like it's just a bunch of scribbles. And then once that's done, okay, so sorry about that. Yeah, I had to change the aspect ratio so that I can get a good view. I'm just gonna go over making sure that the lines all connect, making sure that they're all rounded. And then just this is easy, quick design that makes it look so pretty. It really makes it look like you put in a lot of effort. And now I'm going to go in with the red chrome and then just chrome over top of that. And rub that in all around till it's nice and shiny. Once I feel I have a good coverage, then I'm just going to clean it off with a sponge. I'm going to pop a sticker on there. I don't know which one yet. I'm going to go in with this red little double horn female right here. She's going to go red in the middle. Press her down. Try to straighten out that little corner right there. Alright, then after that, I'm just going to go in with some embellishments on that Medusa nail. And for that, I'm using the green AB black resin gemstones from the bling box that I got. And then I'm going to throw a couple of black ones, tiny ones, just for the side, like the bottom of the sides. And then once I got that all down, I did decide to add some red to bring the whole entire design together, because even though like I wanted each nail to be different, I did want to kind of tie them all in together. So here you see me just adding a little bit more rhinestone glue, and I'll go in with a like a elongated teardrop, I want to say, if that's what you want to call it. I don't know what it's called, but yeah, so and then I'm gonna add a couple of red gems on the sides. And I think that looks pretty good. Let me just make sure everything's nice and straight. And as you know, this is a voiceover, so I can just kind of go with wherever. And also now I'm going in with a top coat to seal in the chrome and that sticker. So this is just a top coat that I'm going on top of this chrome design with. And I'm using the same brush that I used to make the design because I didn't want it to go anywhere else but where I painted the chrome on. Now remember, I did put that chrome top coat, but I matted it afterwards, and I really wanted to see the outcome of how it looked after, but then I just decided to leave it matte because it still looked very pretty. And I'm just making sure I got a nice even coverage all around. Pop that in the lamp, let that cure. Now that I got them fully cured, here is how they're looking. And I'm gonna start this silicone mold here, and that is gonna be for the thumbnail. So I'm going in again with a cherry red, just gonna put some on my palette paper, and then I'm just gonna like start this mold because I am gonna finish this on a live. But this silicone mold was nothing like I've ever worked with in my life. It was super slick. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It was just a you could tell it was high quality silicone because it wasn't sticky. It like the polish rolled down the sides. So I was struggling to try to pull that polish up all the way to the edges. But I did take my time. So this here you see is in real time. And I'm just gonna pull it out to the very edges and see as much as I possibly can. And then once I get like the first layer down, I'll go and like I do add a little bit more. But when you're working with silicone molds, you want to cure in between layers, and you don't want to make the layer too thick, especially if it's an opaque polish, because it will not cure and it'll be just a gooey mess on the inside. So here I am just putting it around the lips because, I mean, what is a lip smacking nails collaboration without the lips? So I got this lip mold in my Betsy box that I got with Miss Katie's 100 subscriber giveaway, and I was just dying to use this, and now I know that I am gonna need to put like some kind of a base coat down or something to make sure that it sticks. And so now that I have it like that, Alright, so now that you know that, I'm coming up on the end of the video. If you watched it this far and you want to see the rest of this video, please catch the live replay. Thank you for watching.